Cleaning up your trays, you need to keep in mind that some of your items are going to be disposable, and some of them you will be reusing, okay? And anything that you are going to be reusing has got to be protected. You're still going to go ahead and clean those items afterward. Mavicide is one of the most popular products to use. But you can see here with my green soap, which you will use at the end of your procedure. We like to use saline for wiping the pigment away during the procedure. We have those covered up. Now you might think because they're plastic here, you could just grab them and wipe them off. No, plastic is porous, and so if you're going to be touching it with a glove that has touched your client and potentially body fluids, blood, things like that, that's got to be covered. So then this can just be disposed of. Over on this station, you're going to see where we have our trays covered with disposable plastic bags, and so everything can just be turned and thrown into the garbage and disposed of properly. We have, you want to have enough cotton and Q-tips out, but not excessive, because keep in mind, this is going to get thrown away. You can't put cotton pads back in once you've taken them out. So kind of get used to how many you're going to need. You've got your rings here, you've got your Q-tips. Now, you can always take your gloves off and go and get additional Q-tips and cotton. But if you haven't used, say this is still left at the end of the procedure, that's going to go in the garbage, okay? Because again, we cannot take the chance of any fluids or any particulate being on there. This is a disposable microblading tool, and this definitely is the preferred method because the blade, the handle, and the little end here, the little microfiber end for rubbing in the pigment, it all is put in a sharps container at the end of the treatment. Now there are blade holders and individual blades, and you have examples of them in your kit for practicing on fake skin. And they are sometimes used on real skin. However, you have to have an autoclave in your business in order to use those. That there's a lot of upkeep with the autoclave. So nothing against it. It's great if you have it, but disposable will make it easier. So these can actually be opened in front of the client, which makes it great too, because then they can feel secure that everything is clean. Over here, we have what's called a clip cord, and anything with cords. So this is a permanent makeup machine. We have a good portion of the cord covered the entire hand piece up until the disposable needle portion, okay? And so then this is just wrapped with an athletic wrap. You can wrap it with micropore tape as well. And then that will all be disposed of at the end. And we really want to make sure, again, that we are not taking used product from here and setting it over here. Also, after you're wiping, don't put blood contaminated, fluid contaminated, dirty cotton back on your tray. Have either your garbage here ready to go, or personally I tape a garbage bag on my table in the room that I work in, and I put it in there. Keep this as clean and minimal as possible, okay? And that just comes with a little bit of thinking ahead. All right, so any questions on the setup? Have gloves. I definitely take several sets of gloves out so they have them ready because you are going to, anytime you have to touch something that isn't here, you're going to need to take those gloves and roll them off and roll it onto itself, dispose of those, go get your other supply, and then you're going to have to put new gloves back on. Okay? All right, great.
All right, who's ready to watch the outline?
I am.
All right, thank you for watching.